Once again, very good morning, all. Yeah, thanks being joining. Okay, so as part of today, so this is our 35th batch where we are going to start a new journey of SQL Server. So the journey will start from SQL Server 2000 to SQL Server 2022. So 2022 is still not yet released, but hope in your batch, if SQL 22 is released, definitely we are going to take uh, SQL Server 22. What is the greatest features where Microsoft has been added? Okay, along with let's go for contents or course content, but everyone having some small queries. Okay, what we are going to cover in whole this 60 to 70 days of the journey. Every day we are going to spend around 2 to 2.5 hours. So out of these 2 to 2.5 hours, what we are going to cover whole 60 to 70 days of session. Okay, let me open our course content. Hope I already shared with everyone. Okay, so so basically, everyone as a database administrator, everyone wants do the certificate. So we are going to do complete. Okay, so DP300 related content with Azure, especially with Azure. So everyone, you are being comfortable to do the DP300 certificate once our course is completed. Along with, we are going to discuss complete about MS-SQL Server, Azure SQL, a little bit about Google Cloud, and also majorly MI we are going to cover. And we'll start with L1 DBA, a base level of L1 DBA, like what is SQL Server. First, you should know about the history of the SQL Server. So first, we'll start with the history of the SQL Server. What are the versions when SQL Server has been introduced, editions and tools. And also how to install the SQL Server. All this will comes into the L1, sir. So as a database administrator, we must and should know about how to install the SQL Server and how to configure the SQL Server. Means what are the pre-requirements, what are the post-requirements? Means before you install the SQL Server, what are the pre-installation steps you will take care? After the installing the SQL Server, what is the post-installation you will take care to do the best practice? I'm going to share the a separate documents or what are the best practices we will follow when you are installing the SQL Server. And we'll also start with the databases. So what kind of databases are available, and what is the when you create a database, what's happening in the internally, it will create the files. What are the different files will be created by SQL Server, we are going to cover. And security is the major component as a database administrator, sir. Basically, we are a SQL Server database administrator, means you are going to maintain the data. So we are playing with the data, sir. Like it can be banking data, it can be insurance data, it can be any, sir. So for example, we are in India. So Citibank, HSBC Bank, SBA Bank, LSC Insurance. Okay, so we are going to support these kind of projects, and we are going to maintain the data, very sensitive data sometimes. Okay, so that can be oil and gases. Okay, that can be mobiles, laptop, gadgets, anything, sir. So data we are going to maintain. So security is the one of the key component for database administrator. When you go for like Wells Fargo, when you go for a banking sector, mostly will concentrate on the securities. So completely we are going to discuss. Okay, in Azure we are going to discuss what is the difference you will notice in the security part. In on premises, what is the security? So we will compare whenever we are discussing in the cloud as well. Security is the one of the major activities, sir, which we are going to handle. And next, backup and restore. So one of the greatest activity, one of the very important activity you should take in care is backup and restore, because maybe suddenly something happened, sir. Take your smartphone, take your device, take your external hard disk. It got corrupted suddenly. Over the night it got corrupted. So entire your lost your data, right? Whatever the data is available on your hard disk, whatever data is available in laptop, there may be data loss, right? So how you are going to protect your data? Taking the backups, performing the restores, what kind of backups are available, and what kind of restores are available, different types of backups are available in SQL. We are going to discuss everything, and we'll go out for the practical as well. And one of the most important concept, a small concept, but very, very important concept over the interview. That is the first question they may ask you many times. That is recovery models. Okay, so very small concept, but very important concepts. So backups, restores, recovery models is the core components. It's a basement. It's a base of your SQL Server. On top of that, okay, once we know that, and as a nowadays everyone is expecting the automation. Okay, so we are going to do automation with the basic level of PowerShell, sir, with base level of PowerShell, and we'll also do the automation with the whole algorithm scripts, and whatever the SQL is providing automation, that is also we are going to perform. And then we'll go for L2 level. So once we are comfortable with the installation, configuration, backups, restores, okay, base level, then we'll go for next level of uh, concepts are like a high availability and disaster recovery. What is high availability? What is disaster recovery? So we are going to discuss all these concepts. Then how to fulfill high availability, how to fulfill disaster recovery, how Microsoft is fulfilling means with the help of different features which is Microsoft is offering, like log shipping, database mirroring. Okay, a replication is not a high availability, it's not a disaster recovery, sir. Replication is a future in SQL Server. Okay, like you know about the paper publishing, right? So there will be newspaper will be published, and distributor will distribute it to the each zone, and subscriber who will read the newspaper, right? That is the algorithm will comes into the for the replication itself. So replication is one of the I feel that it's one of the toughest concept and more complex because it contains a lot of the features. But we are going to make very, very simple, sir. We are going to discuss a lot. Also, we are going to cover replication with always on, means how to install always on itself is one of the uh, complex concept. On top of always on, we are going to configure replication as well. Now it's become more complexer because nowadays you may also getting this kind of opportunity to do as a database administrator, right? So I feel that okay, let's make more complex. So first we'll try to configure always on top of always on, we are going to configure replication as well. Hope who are already experienced they can understand how complex it is that we are going to do, sir. Yep. And every concept we are going to discuss base level, theoretical definition, configuration, troubleshooting, sir. All we are going to discuss. Okay. And Windows failover clusters. Sir, Windows failover cluster we are going to do complete on the Azure VMs. Okay. So to build the clusters, you definitely required minimum 12 GB of RAM in your laptop. It's very difficult now in this pandemic situation again to increase your RAM to 12 GB or 16 GB, and maybe your laptop is not compatible to increase that much of RAM. So most of the people is struggling in that one. So what I made very simple is let's build completely on the cluster over the Azure itself. No need to purchase any RAM, sir. Nothing. Anyhow, you are practicing Azure, right? On Azure itself, let's go and complete the cluster as well. And you need to spend more time, sir, over the clusters. Okay, one session will be around 4 hours. It will take around 4 to 5 hours one session because we are going from scratch level. Okay, so whenever we are building the Windows failure cluster, we'll become the Windows engineers, will become the network engineers, will become the storage engineers for a while. Okay, so completely to build the Windows failure cluster, we are going to spend around 4 to 5 hours in a one day. Next, again, we'll go for regular, sir, 2.5 hours. Okay, and once we complete the Windows failure cluster, then we'll go for always on availability. So always on availability group also we are going to build completely in the Azure VM, completely over Azure VM. And we also advanced level I'm just telling. So we are going to configure replication with always on, along with, so you are going to add one more concept, sir, that is nothing but, so in Azure, when you are specially working with Azure, there is a concept called availability sets, and there is a concept called load balancers. So we are going to configure always on with a different level of setups, with load balancers, with availability sets, so that you may also strong with always on availability group, how you are configuring traditionally, and how you are going to configure if you get opportunity in the cloud as well. So both we are going to discuss. So cluster will discuss in the traditional way, and always on will discuss in the Azure level we are going to discuss. Yep. And
So,
will yes, yes.
in log shipping, it's possible to load balancer?
Lock shipping. I yet to try, sir. Will try. Okay. Lively we
No,
try.
no,
No
no.
worries on that.
Why I'm asking? So, 2 years before, someone one is interview asking for me asked me to load balancing log shipping. In that case,
We
I
can
don't
do,
have
sir.
clear answer
We can
because
do,
it's a
but
15 minutes buffer time, right? So we can't expect. That's why the Microsoft released new products, means my mirroring and replication and all this one. So
again,
they
sir,
are
where
asking for log shipping.
definitely, sir. Definitely hold. Once I explain about the load balancer, you itself feel that okay, why Microsoft came up with the load balancer for always on? No use, sir. Actually, no use. I can prove it for you, sir. Seriously. Okay, we have the concept called listener that is already balancing the load. Again, why on top of that one more layer? I don't feel that why Microsoft came up with the load balancer concept for always on availability group. I never feel that that is the best option, but still I will show you, I will practically prove it, sir, for you. But log shipping, let me try once. Okay. Yep. Okay, everyone, whenever we are
Okay.
starting Azure, we'll do that with the live sessions, sir. No worries on that part. Yep. And monitoring is very important, sir. So we are going to do complete monitoring, profile alerts, activity monitor, TTA, import export, DMVs, DPCC commands, logs, and also we are going to discuss deeper about the consistency checks like logs, deadlocks, blockings, everything we are going to discuss, and integrity checks we are going to discuss. Then we are moving to the L3 level. Once we complete this part, we'll go to the L3 level. On L3, we are going to discuss more on the cloud. Complete on the cloud, sir. What is cloud computing? What is Azure SQL database? And what is the backups? How you are going to take the backups in Azure SQL? How to restore it? And how to protect your databases in the Azure SQL database. Along with, we are going to discuss TD in Azure. Okay, TD in Azure, dynamic masking in Azure, Azure Syntel we are going to discuss. Along with, we are going to discuss one more service called Azure Key Vault. Sir, here no need to save your passwords anywhere, sir. We can keep all our passwords in the Azure Key Vault. So what is Azure Key Vault? How to store the passwords in the Azure Key Vault? How to retrieve the passwords from the Azure Key Vault? That's also we are going to cover in the security part. And we are going to discuss about the elastic pools, elastic arrays, and elastic jobs. Okay, and also we are going to discuss about geo replication and failover groups. So don't get confused. Geo replication means not a traditional replication. It's not a traditional replication, sir. It is always on availability group, but with asynchronous. Okay, so geo replication backend Microsoft doing lot of things, sir, behalf of you. Okay, if you are not a SQL database administrator, but you know about the Azure SQL, okay, you can also go and configure geo replication within fraction of minutes. Okay, so without, so to build the always on availability group, to build Windows failure cluster, we are going to take hours, but to build failure groups, to build geo replication, we are going to spend only minutes. That is what Microsoft is going to do. How? We are going to explain in the live session, sir. And everyone is expecting one major activity is migrations. So we are going to discuss different types of migrations like import export, DAC pack, backpack, fixing orphan users, generate script, DMA, DMS. On DMS, both we are going to discuss. Offline we are going to discuss. Online we are going to discuss. Online we are going to discuss in the managed instance. Offline we are going to discuss in the Azure SQL database. Make a sense. And also how to export the data to the MDB database. Okay, and how to migrate MDB database to the Azure SQL database also we are going to discuss. Along with, we are also going to discuss monitoring and tuning in the Azure SQL database completely, and we'll discuss. So we are going to replace complete Google Cloud with the MI, but we'll compare Google Cloud how it will looks like. Mostly, you never see SQL servers on the Google Cloud. Mostly, you will get opportunity on the Google Cloud for the MySQL, PostgreSQL, uh, that kind of database management systems are. Yep. And next level is next is advanced performance tuning, sir. This is what a DBA task, original DBA task, sir. This is what everyone is looking for. CPU. Under CPU, we are going to discuss what is the preemptive schedulers, what is corporative schedulers, what is the quantum, what is scheduling algorithm, what is the thread lifecycle, SQL OS, schedulers, all the things we are going to discuss. And also we are going to discuss memory. So what is pneumo configuration, buffer pool, reservations, performance counters, okay, DMVs, and IO, and connection timeouts, and query timeouts as well, sir. So query performance tuning as well. And I am going to make the a complete document, sir, on query performance tuning. No, sorry, not query performance tuning. When we go for performance tuning, I will prepare one document for you. So whatever the steps we are going to do one by one. Okay. So this is for 34th batch, sir, current batch. So every troubleshoot, data file troubleshoot, log file troubleshoot, okay, TempDB troubleshoot, CPU troubleshoot, memory troubleshoot, IO troubleshoot, 18456 troubleshoot, query tuning, sir. I still we are under middle. Maybe it may take two more sessions to complete this one. Okay, so and I will share this document to you. No need to prepare, sir, nothing. So one by one we'll discuss step by step what we will do, and I will share this document to you, sir. Hope you understand. Yep, this is what advanced levels are: theoretical, practical, and we'll follow the step by step mechanism how to resolve the issues. Yep, this is what complete about the course content, sir. Again, I told you, right, 60 days is not sufficient for me. You should give more time, sir. uh, if you are giving more time, definitely will learn a lot of things. Yep. And every session will be recorded, and it will be available in our YouTube channel, sir. This is our YouTube channel. This is not my YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel. Please go and subscribe. Okay, and you will get the free sessions on weekly basis, one free sessions. And I'm going to create a separate playlist, sir. Okay, separate playlist for your batch 35, and I will add your everyday recorded session in the batch 35 itself. And when you go to the playlist, sir, so I am not telling anything. So this is batch 34. We have done around 68 sessions. Batch 33, around 63 sessions. Batch 32, around 59 sessions. Okay, so batch 31, 58 sessions as I promised. So 60 days will be every batch almost, because why here means, so I make only one recording session for in one day, two sessions, or sometimes that's the reason you are able to see 58, 59, 63. Every batch it is keep on increasing, not decreasing, sir. You noticed one thing: 31, 58, 58, 32, 59, 33, 63. Okay, 34, 68. Maybe your batch is again too many, sir. Because whatever I've been learning in this 60 days, or in this uh, more, in this span of this 6 months, I'm going to add that content to your batch, sir. So today I have one critical issue. Definitely that issue I will explain in the middle of any one of the session. Yep.
Subbu, I have one question. In always on
Yes.
part, you are covering in Azure session or in regular session, regular SQL DB session?
Azure, sir. Azure. Maybe next month. Next month you
No,
will get it.
why? Because I'm asking you this question because I right now I don't know what is my shift next month. Okay, so I'm planning to learn only SQL DB now. Once the SQL DB is complete, so I will join the next batch. Might be if the shift is good, then I can continue with the Azure SQL.
Yeah, definitely. No worries. Always, sir. Okay.
So you can cover the Azure sorry, always on in regular session.
See, this is our regular sessions only, right? So complete
No,
you you
I'm asking.
you are part of no, no, no. See, that's what. If you wanted to cover always on in the regular, we should know about what is Azure firstly. We should know what is Azure, how to deploy VMs, how to deploy networks, how to deploy storage. Then you'll so comfortable, right? So I cannot cover in the regular. I need to go for in Azure only. So maybe next month. So March starting, March. March starting week we are going to cover cluster. In this whole week we are going to cover first Azure part. Then we are going to cover here cluster. Only weekends, sir. No worries about. You can comfortable, Sagar. Okay, only
No,
weekends we are
my
going to. Yeah.
Okay, my question is because right now I plan to join only SQL DBA. Okay, I don't know what is my next shift, so I can continue with the Azure SQL. So in that case, I miss out the always on, no?
You can do
Or
one
you are
thing.
able.
Okay, you can do one thing. You can go for complete course, okay? And whenever you are comfortable to join, you can join in next batch also. No problem. No, I will add you, sir. Because because I can
Already,
give you
so
one example.
already I two time already two time I've tried to join your course because of my shift adjustment. I'm not able to join. I
That's
don't
what
know you are remember or not, but
that's what I'm telling, right? I'm telling to favor you only. Okay. What you can do, right? Next batch also I will add you. Okay. If that batch is also not fit for you, maybe next batch also I will add you. That is how I will made, sir. No worries for me. Okay, so whenever you are happy to join, okay, so you can. Otherwise, if you okay, we'll talk in the offline session
okay,
separately.
sure.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, okay, and along with that, okay, along with that regular 35th batch, okay, so I have created one more playlist, sir. L1 SQL DBA task. I am going to add one video now. Okay, around 10 to 15 videos I will add it here, which you need to go through it once, sir. This one. L1 related task, a base level task, sir. Because we are going to cover high level of activities overall here, live sessions. But again, because you are giving more time for higher concepts. So, but these concepts is also very important as you are a database administrator. So I don't want miss out that sessions. So what I mean to say is, I'm just pre-recorded sessions, sir. All with myself only. No need to worry. Okay, so these sessions will be watchable by everyone. Okay, you can go and watch these 15 sessions along with our regular sessions. So almost you are getting around uh, 80 sessions. Almost you will get 80 sessions, or overall 80 sessions will be available. But we are going to cover. So this is 60 day
Subbu,
sessions. Yeah.
sorry, I just missed
Yes.
it. These 15 videos are for, I mean, which these will cover what part of syllabus?
Base level, sir. Base level, like
Okay, base level.
how to
Okay,
read the SQL error log. Okay.
okay, yeah, I get it.
How to connect the SQL server with the command prompt. Okay. How to stop the
Okay,
SQL services with command prompt. That level
yeah,
videos.
I get it.
Okay. Not our
It's accessible for
Yeah,
main
everyone,
yeah,
right?
okay.
concepts. Sorry.
That's videos are accessible to everyone.
Everyone, sir. I will make it as a public.
Hmm.
So every week I will make it as a one public, sir. That will be available for lifetime, everyone. Yep. That is the only one thing, sir. And MI, so you will get 4 sessions, sir. MI. Okay. So 2 sessions already pre-recorded, 2 more sessions yet to record, sir. Unfortunately, whenever we are trying to, it is blocking our. So we are requesting one of our colleagues or my friend, okay, to create the MI. So that will be that will also will be completed. So MI will be get in
Okay.
the pre-recorded sessions.
Sorry for disturbing again, interrupting
Yeah,
again.
no
So
problem, no problem.
when we say MI, is this MySQL that we are talking?
No. Managed instance, sir. Azure SQL managed instance.
Okay, Azure SQL Man. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, great.
Yeah, because under free trial subscription you cannot deploy MI, sir. Okay, you should go for the pay
Okay.
as you go model only. So what I've been done,
Okay.
right? I personally purchased the subscription. I made
Mm-hmm.
the pre-recorded sessions actually.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so hope you
Mm.
can understand easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost I covered all the concepts, sir, in MI within that four
Okay.
sessions. How
Okay.
to
Great.
migrate, how to take the backup, how to restore, how to create the jobs,
Mm-hmm.
how to securitize, everything I covered, sir. How to configure application with the MI on-prem
Mm-hmm.
to MI replication. I covered that one as well.
Okay.
No worries, sir.
Okay.
That part.
Great. Yeah.
So that's what, right? So within these 60 sessions only, you need to give more time, sir. Apart from these many sessions, you should give me more time for 60 sessions. Then you feel that what is the content of your course. So troubleshooting itself, we are going to spend around 15 days, sir. Around 15 days, we are going to discuss about only on troubleshooting. Cluster always on Azure, Azure IAS, we are going to discuss around 15 days. And PAS, we are going to discuss 1 week. Then where is the time to discuss L1, L2 level task? So that's what. Uh, give me more time, sir. That is only one request on day one I'm asking. Okay. Yep. Okay. Let's back into the slide, sir. Okay. I feel. Oh, sorry. So I forget, sir. This is not 34th. This is 35th batch. I'm so sorry. I forget to change. Yeah. Okay. Yep. No, sir. A little bit history, sir. Sir, we are okay. On day one itself, I am telling who are new joiners. Okay. So we are discussing Microsoft SQL Server product, sir. Microsoft SQL Server product. Okay. So in this product, we have different okay engineers who are going to support. That is also I'm going to cover, sir. Just hold on, sir. We are discussing complete this 60 days or 70 days. We are going to discuss complete about history of the SQL Server, how to use, how to access everything, sir. But first we are going to start what is the history behind Microsoft SQL Server, sir. Sir, it is not a journey for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, sir. It's been journey around 20 years, 20 plus years, sir, journey. Microsoft journey is around 20 plus years journey. So a little bit, sir. Okay, a little bit. Most of the people don't know about this concept, sir. There is a operating system. We don't know about this operating system. Firstly, okay, there is a operating system called operating system 2. Operating system OS 2 is the first operating system. Okay, is designed by Microsoft, sir. Is designed by Microsoft. Okay, initially created by Microsoft and IBM under the leadership of the IBM software designers. What do you mean? That means, sir, Microsoft and IBM are working together 25 years ago, sir. They've been worked for a couple of years and they designed one operating system called operating system 2. Operating system 2. Sir, Microsoft and IBM is the two organization. Sir, 25 years ago, Microsoft is a small organization. Microsoft is a small organization who worked with IBM to design operating system. Sir, here one thing. And before Microsoft designed the operating system, IBM is already maintaining its own database, sir. IBM is already maintaining its own database called DB2. IBM is already maintaining its database management system, sir. DB2 database management system. So what is the agreement means? Okay, let's Microsoft is going to sell the operating system. IBM is also selling its operating system. So both are selling separately, sir. Both are selling separately OS2 operating system to the different vendors. Now what IBM make a different strategy, sir. So whoever purchasing OS2, I will give you DB database as a free. They offered like they made like Amazon sales, like Flipkart sales, right? You are getting Amazon sales, you are getting Flipkart sales. Whoever purchasing a product, okay, use the ICICI Bank credit card or SBI credit card, you will get 2000 discount, 3000 discount. Like same way, IBM came up with one offer call. Whoever purchasing OS2 with me, with IBM, I am going to give you a database free. But at that time, 25 years ago, for Microsoft, there is no database, sir, actually. There is no database for Microsoft. Then Microsoft came this concept, then he started, oh, database. On 25 years ago, Microsoft thought that, okay, for database, this much demand is there. Okay, let's start create my database. Hope you understand, sir. Where it started journey Microsoft 25 years ago. Microsoft started decide to create his own database. Okay, so then what Microsoft been made, right? So the history behind the Microsoft is Microsoft started SQL Server product. Okay, SQL Server 1.0 version, a 16-bit operating system, OS2, sir. Sir, now we are using 64-bit operating system. Okay, no more we are using 32-bit operating system as well. Okay, now Microsoft started his journey, okay, with SQL Server 1.0 in 16-bit operating system, that is OS2, in the year 1989. In the year 1989, sir. That is the first database Microsoft SQL Server came up with the tie-up. Sir, directly Microsoft not designed, sir. Microsoft SQL Server for OS2 began a project to port Sybase SQL Server on OS2. Sir, completely SQL Server has been designed with the Sybase. Sybase, sir. Sybase is also one organization. Okay, okay, Hasstone Tata is also one organization. These two, along with the Microsoft, they designed, okay, with SQL Server. And Microsoft has been separated, sir. Microsoft has been separated from 1989 onwards. Okay, so and he been introduced SQL Server 1.0 version. Make a sense, sir? Online people, are you there, everyone?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that is the been journey, sir. Okay, long journey. It's a long journey. Microsoft has been completely designed, okay, with the help of Sybase. Sybase is also one database management system. DB2 is also one database management system. Oracle, Teradata, MongoDB, MySQL, PostgreSQL, Amazon Aurora, Cosmos DB, Azure Synonyms, now Azure Synonyms. There are a lot of database management systems are over global. Around 300 plus database management systems are available. Around 300 plus, sir. We know only top 10 database management system, but around the global there are 300 plus database management system are available. Sir, Microsoft started his journey like this, sir. Actually, okay, he started with this journey, and I hope you believe or not believe, Microsoft has been redesigned completely its SQL Server in the year of 2005. He redesigned, sir. See, in SQL Server 2005, okay, Microsoft completely redesigned the old Sybase code into the Microsoft code. Okay, now from SQL Server 2005 onwards, you will see completely Microsoft codes are internally. Before SQL Server 2005, you've been seeing the Sybase code only. Lot many features has been added, sir, in SQL Server 2005. Lot much of enhancement also done in the graphical user interface as well. Make a sense, sir, everyone? Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And sir, this has been the journey of SQL Server, sir. Microsoft SQL Server started in the year 1989 with the version called 1.0 on OS 2 operating system. Then on OS 2 only, sir, till 4.2.A. So 4.2.B. Okay, so completely SQL is under OS 2 operating system only. On 1993, so Microsoft came up with Windows operating system with Windows operating system, and now he is keep on his journey, sir. Keep on his journey. Okay, now we are standing at SQL Server 2022. Now we are starting. We are under the journey SQL Server. Okay, okay, SQL Server, sir. This is the best block, sir. Okay, so sir, I'm going to ping you every day URLs. Just ping that URL. Anyone take initiative, sir, and ping this URL to your WhatsApp group, sir. Every day, sir. Okay, take anyone and ping this in the WhatsApp group, sir. You can see the bean journey. So Microsoft yet to announce, sir. You may also see SQL Server 22 maybe in this batch as well. Okay, definitely, sir. Okay, in case your batch is also complete, once Microsoft release 2022, I will make one video and I will share this video to your batch as well. No worries, sir. Even your batch is completed. Okay, no worries on that part. So this is the best block, sir, where you will see completely what are the versions, what are the service packs, what is the cumulative updates. You will see complete about SQL Server, sir. You can follow this one. And if you wanted to download also, so for example, I wanted to download this service pack, you can go and download from here itself. Download from here itself, sir. When you scroll down, 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 okay, so you can get opportunity to download. So we are going to discuss in the advanced level how to install the patches, everything. No worries, sir. Okay, so
So I have a question. Um,
yes,
uh, Yesterday I installed the SQL Server 2019. Okay, and my client wants the CU14. Okay, and he has provided only 2019 RTM file. Okay, RTM setup. So
yes,
can I
yes,
directly download this, upgrade the, apply the service pack,
yes, sir,
apply the
yes, sir,
CU14?
yes, sir, yes, because it is a appending mode type of. If you apply CU14, you will get all the features like CU1, CU2, C3, 4, 5, 6, everything, sir.
No need to any base levels you apply
No,
before
sir.
that, right?
No, no, sir.
Okay.
Directly. Yeah. Good
Thank you
point.
very much to your showing how to download, because yesterday I searched lots how to download. I am not getting clear link.
Yes, sir.
You are showing.
You need to
No, no.
you need
Here,
to you need to go to
uh,
SQL Server 2019, sir. Then you will get all this downloadable.
no, no, no. Here you click the one update CU14, right? After
Yes, sir.
that, go. I'm going. Yeah. Here's the drop down list, and I didn't find out where to download
Oh,
actually. Thank
oh,
you very
no
much.
problem. Hey, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. Now, sir, this is the bean journey. This is the bean versions of SQL Server. Okay, and also their code names, sir. Code names along with the internal versions, sir. Will you need to remember internal versions, sir? No need. No need. It's very difficult to remember. But if you are remembering the internal version, well and good, sir. Where I can get this one internal version means whenever you are taking the backup. So when you take the backup, sir, for example, so let me show you any backup file is available. Uh, 1 second, sir. I hope at least one backup will be available. No? Oh, my God, so sorry. Let me do one thing, sir. I already taken predefined backups. Okay. DB backup, DB dump backups. Okay. See, I already having the backup file, sir. Now, by seeing this file, can anyone tell us what is the version you have taken this backup? Now it will become very, very difficult, sir. So whenever you start reading this backup file, under that backup file it gets internal version, not your SQL Server 2012, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2019, sir. You will see internal version. When you see the internal version, you can compare, okay, this is SQL Server 2017, we have taken the backup. So internal versions will help you when you are taking the when you are reading the backup files. Whenever you start reading the what is the history of the backup, okay, then you will get the internal version. In that scenario, internal versions will be definitely will help you, sir. So this has been long journey of the SQL Server, sir, and also Microsoft has been stopped its support. Okay, I will keep on our day-to-day session. We'll discuss one by one. No worries. At one day, I cannot tell you everything about SQL Server, sir. Hope you understand. Yep. Okay. Now,
Suppose
yes,
we can't imagine which version we have taken the backup, right? In
directly no, sir. You
this
need to read the backup file.
right.
Directly no.
And one
You
and one more question. If I have one question for regarding the setup file, okay, means someone has given the setup, okay. In a setup file, we can't predict to which type of SQL version he have shared. You got my
setup
point?
file.
Means suppose, yeah, means suppose client has shared one setup file. Okay, in we see the setup files, but I don't know what setup file is there. Means 2014 SQL Server, 2018, 2019. I don't know. Once we
I
have
can
done
show
this,
you, sir, one shortcut. I can show you one shortcut. You can go to the
before
discovery
installation.
report. Yeah. You can go to the discovery report. I will show you, sir. No worries.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. Yep. Okay. So next, when we go for next later, so SQL Server will follows client server architecture, sir. SQL Server will follows client server architecture. Means your client can be desktop, your client can be browser, your client can be SQL Server Management Studio, sir. SSMS. Okay, browser like a Flipkart. Okay, Amazon. Okay, sir. When for example, sir, best example, let me take for Amazon, sir. Everyone knows that. Okay, so when you open www.amazon.com, it will ask to sign up. So you are providing your name, first name, last name, middle name, date of birth, mobile number, email address, and password. Sir, where that information is storing, sir? Where that information? Somewhere it should show, right? Yes or no? That is nothing but our databases. That can be SQL, that can be Oracle, that can be MySQL, that can be any database, sir. Somewhere your data is storing. When you place order, when you cancel order, when you update the order, when you track the order, somewhere you are getting that information from the database, sir. So client is nothing but your browser, your software, or SQL Server Management Studio is also client, sir. Sir, Microsoft is provided one tool to connect to the SQL Server, that is SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. Sir, I install, sir, SQL Server is a product, sir. It's just a product. You can install, like you are installing MS Office, you are installing VLC player, you are installing PUBG on your mobile, you are installing WhatsApp on your device, right? Like same, SQL is also product. You are installing, you can access, you can work, you can play, sir. That's it. SQL Server is also product. Make a note, sir. Clear note. Don't think that it's a very strange SQL Server is. No, sir. It's like a product only. Okay. So once you install the SQL Server, Microsoft itself is providing one tool, SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. You can connect the SQL Server using this tool, and you can play this instance like Azure wish, sir. You can create the database, you can configure log shipping, whatever, sir. Okay. So here, sir. Okay. This is how your SQL Server looks like. This is how your SQL Server looks like, sir. Make a sense? We are going to discuss a deeper and deeper, sir, in the coming sessions. No need to worry. Okay, it's a tool. Don't get confused, okay? It's a simple tool, sir. Now, sir, and your client can be designed with Java or PHP or .NET, blah blah, sir. Maybe I'm not sure how what code used to design the Amazon, what code they used to design the Flipkart or Snapdeals or Azubo. A lot of applications are there which you already familiar, sir. We are not sure whether they designed with the Java or PHP or .NET or WordPress, okay, or HTML or CSS. Okay, they design different codes. Using your applications will be designed with whatever code. We are not worrying, but we are worrying about the database. So our database is SQL Server. Our database is Oracle. Our database is MySQL. Our database is PostgreSQL. So now you are starting career with the Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, make a sense, sir? Everyone? Yep. Okay, there is a
Yeah,
client,
super.
there
Yeah.
is a server. Your client can be, okay, Amazon or Flipkart or Snapdeal or Azubo or WhatsApp or something, sir. Your server will be SQL, okay, Oracle. As you are a SQL database administrator, you are supporting SQL Server, sir. Yep, that's what I wanted to tell. Will again, sir. This slide again will come in the next session as well. Whenever we start uh, going deeper and deeper about SQL architecture, will again come up with this slide. No worries. Now, sir. Sir, you feel that okay? So Microsoft means only one product. What is the DBA span in the market? Sir, Microsoft is not one product that I can prove it for you, sir. Microsoft is not one product. Okay, before I go and discuss here, okay, let me show you, sir. When you go to the when you go and search SQL Server product lifecycle, when you search in Google, there is a blog, sir. You can go and let me ping you this blog as well. Let me ping you this blog as well, okay? So Microsoft is supporting around 701 products. Microsoft is supporting 701 products throughout global. Out of that 701 product, SQL Server is also one product, sir. Make a sense? Everyone? Online people? Sir, Microsoft having .NET, Microsoft having Azure, Microsoft having Customer Care Framework, Dynamics, Expenses, Internet Explorers, Microsoft 365, Microsoft Connect Service Framework, Microsoft Edge, Microsoft Servers, Microsoft System Centers, Office, Serverlights, SQL Server, Visual Studio, Windows. Out of again these flavors, okay, we have lot many of services Microsoft is offering. So I wanted to see SQL Server, sir, because I was SQL Server lover and I was learning SQL Server. Okay, let me go and search SQL Server, sir. Let me go and search SQL Server. You will see SQL 2016, 2019, 2012, okay, and 2008 or 2, 2014, 17, a lot, sir. Again, when you scroll down one by one, you will get. And also, when you open this one, see, you are seeing SQL Server 2019, starting from when the SQL has been started is November 4th, 2019, sir, with mainstream end date is 2025. Means your Microsoft will stop the support on January 14th, 2025. Microsoft will start the support, sir. And also you can extend it your support, sir, even when you purchasing a bike or when you purchasing a car. Okay, so insurance people will also sitting on that showroom, sir. They may ask you, by default you will get 1 year insurance. Okay, if you want 3 years, 4 years, you need to pay 2,000, 4,000, 5,000 to extend your support. Will you agree or not agree, sir? Everyone, yes or no? Online people, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, like same Microsoft is also, you can go when you are purchasing license, a generic license, standard licenser, you can also talk to Microsoft. I need extended support as well. Okay, then Microsoft is going to take a little bit less price, sir. Okay, to extend your support to 2030. Almost you are getting 8 years support. When you go for extend, sir, almost you are getting 8 years support for SQL Server 2019 version. Every version you can see what is the standard support, what is the extended support, what is the standard support, what is the extended support, sir. Yep. Yes, sir. Clear, everyone? So there are lot many of products are available. Out of this, I mentioned couple of things, sir. I mentioned couple of things. So SharePoint, Microsoft SharePoint servers, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Excel. Okay. So when you go to the platforms, SQL Server, analysis service, data quality service, analytics platform service, okay, integration service, reporting service, master database service, mobile reporting publisher service. Okay. There are lot many services are available when you go for SQL Server, sir. And someone is asking, so what is our next journey with the Microsoft SQL Server? Sir, once you are so comfortable with the SQL Server, okay, you start the journey with the analytics, data analytics, sir. Azure Synonyms, Azure Data Lake, Azure Databricks, Azure Data Factory. These are the analytics services, sir. Okay, so definitely your career will grow like anything, sir. Seriously. Okay, so this is the advance for integration service. So I'm going to teach this all these concepts a little bit, sir. Not don't expect too much. A little bit intro when we are discussing in the Azure sessions. Okay, what is our next journey after 2 years, after 3 years? Okay, what is our next journey? Make a sense? Yep. So when you go for cloud, so there is software as a service, infrastructure as a service, a platform as a service. So Microsoft is going to provide around 200 plus services. Okay, Microsoft is offering. Okay, and you can also see in, sir, in Azure, you can also see SAP service. You can also see Oracle as a service, sir. Maybe in future, definitely their Oracle is going to tie up with the Microsoft Azure. Definitely in future, when you go to the when you go and see Oracle service in cloud, in Azure cloud, sir. Now you are able to see only SAP cloud, but definitely in future you can also see the Oracle as well. And Geo is also offered over from India. Okay, completely Geo is our databases are maintaining in Azure only. Complete Geo, sir, is in Microsoft is only maintaining. Okay, so hope you understand about the Microsoft product lifecycle, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? No? Yes? Divya, Nikhil, Sagar, Shilpa, Tarun.
We are good, Subbu. We are good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
understood.
Next, sir. Sir, uh, a base level of information, sir. When you are purchasing, sir, I'm comparing with the traditional way. Don't take negatively again. So when you are purchasing smartphone, when you are purchasing bike, when you are purchasing cars, also car, can you go for cars or bike also? So base level bikes, somewhat advanced level bike, and somewhat advanced level cars, and top end cars also you can see, like same when you go to the SQL server also, sir. Okay, when you go to the SQL server also, we have lot many versions are available, along with lot many editions also available. Lot many versions are available, lot many editions are available, like enterprise edition, standard edition, express edition, developer edition, web edition, mobile edition, BI edition, business intelligent edition. Okay, so so this many editions are available in SQL Server. So which edition, which version you wanted to install the SQL Server means Sir, that is not decided by you. Who will decide, sir? Application team, sir. Okay, application team will come up with what is their requirement, what is their expectation. Based on their requirement, based on their expectation, as a database administrator, we need to suggest this version, this edition will fit for your requirement, will fit for your requirement. Okay, that is what one of the things, sir. When you go to the SQL Server also, there are a lot of versions, lot of editions, and you will see compatibility issues as well. When you go for standard, when you go for enterprise, there are some compatibility issues you can notice, sir. I am going to cover that part in the coming sessions. No worries, we are not discussing deeper here. We'll discuss one by one in the coming sessions. Okay, so when you go to the SQL Server also, there are lot many editions, lot many versions are available, sir. Yep, yep. Now, sir, next, sir, introduction of sir. Now, very important concepts are everyone must and should know about these concepts. I'm not sure how many people know this concept. Okay, let me ask, sir, first. Okay, sir, how many types of licensing are available when you go for SQL Server?
Two types:
What are they?
cal, um,
Okay, anyone? Okay, no worries, sir. There are two type of licensing are available. One is core based licenser, one is core based license, one is server plus cal licensing, sir. Server plus cal licensing. One is core based licensing, sir. One is server plus cal licensing. Before I explain this slide, sir, okay, sorry, before I explain this slide, let me go and ask first Google, sir. Let me search for SQL Server licensing guide. Okay, just I'm searching with SQL Server licensing guide, sir. When you search with SQL Server licensing guide, okay, you will find one Microsoft blog, first Microsoft blog, sir. Just go and search this blog. You will get one PDF file. Okay, okay, you will get one PDF file. Try to open that PDF file, sir. It's about SQL Server 2019 licensing guide, sir. Just scroll down. Just scroll down. You will get lot of data. Will I need to really read all this? If you have the time, sir, definitely go through this one. As a best practice, you must and should know about the what Microsoft is going to make a cost. Okay, first time who are listening, definitely you will get shocked, sir. Okay, who are already experienced, at least they can okay, they know about this concept already. Okay, now see, sir. Okay, when you just scroll down, let's go down, sir. Mhm. Oh my god, why I'm not able to find here? Okay, let me. Yeah, let me go for this block, sir. Instead of that one, it's a very lengthy block. Okay, yeah, yeah, this is the best, sir. Okay, now, sir. Sir, when you go to the licensing part, very important, sir. As a database administrator, we must and should know about the licensing. Means, uh, whenever you are going to install the SQL Server, your application team should will they purchase the licenses from Microsoft, sir. Okay, whether they are going for enterprise level, whether they are going for standard level, okay, or within that edition level, okay, whether they are going for core based licensing or cal based licensing, server plus cal based licensing. Okay, Before I go, let me open the notepad. Okay, sir, see. Okay, so when you go here, okay, sir, let me discuss about first core base license, sir. Core base license. Okay, so what do you mean by core base, core, sir? Core base. What do you mean by core, sir? When you go on, when you go to the go to here, and let me take, sir. So we have Intel cores, we have MediaTek cores. Okay, even in mobile also you have the cores, right? Okay, so when you go for core Intel, so for example Intel processors. So when you are purchasing your laptop, when you are purchasing your laptop, definitely either you are purchasing laptop or you are purchasing desktop. Okay, so definitely you will look into the processor. Processor is the main major component in the entire your CPU or entire your laptop, right, sir? So what you will do, so for example Intel is the most powerful processor throughout the global, everyone using. So I decide to purchase the Intel processors. When you go for Intel also, again there are lot many types of processors are available. Let's go for Intel Core, which is everyone is familiar with that one, sir. Okay, let me go for Intel Core. Again, when I go for Intel Core, I'm having Intel Core processors, Intel Core X-Series processor, Intel Core i9 processor, Intel Core i7 processor, i5 processor, i7, i3 processor, i3, i5, i7, i9 processor. Let me go for i9 processor, sir, because this is the latest processor. Okay, so when you are going to purchase i9 processor, when you are going to purchase i9 processor laptop or processor desktop, by default you are getting 16 cores, 14 cores, 16 cores. Sir, anywhere you are seeing less cores are here? When you supposed to decide that I need to purchase i9 processor laptop, i9 processor desktop, definitely you should get default 16 cores only. Yes or no? 14, 14, 16, 14, 16. Yes or no? Online people? Yes. But when you go for i7, let me go for i7, sir. Let me go for i7. So at least you are getting with the 10 cores, 12 cores. Okay, 12 cores, 10 core processor by default. When you go for i uh, 5 processors, when I go for i-core processor, i5 processor, so you can bet you can get the 6 core processor, 12 core processors, 8 core processors, okay, 10 core processors as well. So which core processor you are going to purchase, that will tally with the SQL Server, sir. Make a sense? So when you go for core base, when you go for core base license, SQL Server core base license, you need to compare this with SQL Server, sir. What is your core base of your operating system? Which core base? It's 8 core base, it's 10 core base, it's 12 core base, 16 core base, 24 core base. So what core base your operating system has been designed, that will be tally with the SQL Server license. Make a sense, sir? Make a sense, online people?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. For enterprise, for core base, for enterprise, sir, for enterprise edition. Okay, for enterprise edition, Microsoft is going to charge. How much Microsoft is going to charge, sir? 2 cores. For 2 cores, Microsoft is going to charge $13,748. Okay, per year. Per year, Microsoft is going to charge $13,748. Let me calculate to one core, sir. Let me calculate to one core. Okay, so one core, how much, sir? Let me go to calculator. Let me open calculator. Okay, so 13,000, okay, 749, okay, divided by 2. You will get 6,800 and, okay, 6,874, right? Yes or no? 74, right? Okay, let's make for one core. 1 crore. Can I convert this into Indian currency? Let me convert into Indian currency, sir. $1 equal to almost 70 right now, 68 or 70. Anyone? Okay, 13,748. Let make into 68 rupees only, sir. $1. So Microsoft is going to charge 9 lakhs, 9 lakhs rupees for one license, for one SQL Server license per year, for 2 cores, sir. Assume you are having 8 core processors. 8 core processors. How much Microsoft is going to charge into 6? That is 2 core, right? Into 6. So Microsoft is going to charge around 56 lakhs for 8 core processors. Now tell me, sir.
Should be into 4, I guess.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me make it, sir. 9 lakhs 34,864
Can go
into
somewhere around 40 lakhs. Yeah.
37 lakhs Microsoft is going to charge for one SQL server. Sir, in my project, I maintain around 4,500 servers. Now tell me, sir, how much my organization is playing?
That means it depends upon your operating system cores, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So means
Core based.
whatever operating systems of cores are there. So
Yes, sir.
that's related. We need to suggest our client so how much we need to pay for
Yes, sir.
this.
That's basically vCPU, which we say, right?
Correct, sir. Correct. Not logical
We
processor, core. Yeah, socket based.
Okay, cool. Okay, socket. Okay.
Now, when I go for standard edition, sir, when I go for standard edition for 2 core only, when we go for standard edition for 2 core only, sir, so Microsoft is going to support, okay, 2 cores. When I go to the Indian currency, sir, so for standard edition 3,586 into, okay, 68 rupees only, I'm just calculating, around 2 lakhs Microsoft is going to charge in Indian currency for 2 cores, sir. That is about SQL Server, sir, when you go for core based licensing. So please be careful. At least you need to save some money to the your application team, sir. How I can save means, assume there is a SQL Server which is running only with one database, sir, and that database is not that much using. That database is not that much using. Okay, in that scenario, we can educate our application team instead of keeping this database in separate SQL Server. Why we cannot go for the shared servers? Okay, save the license, save the amount to the application client, sir, your client. That is again DBA task only. Okay, we are going to discuss in the decommission activities, sir. How to perform decommission? What are the best practices you need to do when you got opportunity to perform the decommission, or when you got opportunity to perform the EOL, end of life, sir? I'm going to explain you. Making sense? What is a core based license, sir? Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. We're good.
No, sir. No. Standard server, sir. Even when you go for core based license, okay, you should also pay for server license as well, sir. Okay, Subbu, I can agree. So server also you need to pay separately. So SQL, this is what server you need to pay separately again. Okay, so this is for server where Microsoft is going to charge $899. $899 for the servers, Windows servers, sir. Windows servers. Okay, so that is what, sir. And one more very important is cal. When you go for cal, when you go for cal base, sir. Okay, so when you go for cal base licensing, okay, what is cal based licensing, sir? What is that? What is cal based licensing? Okay, let me go to the Google, sir. One second. There is one document, sir. Very interesting document. SQL Server Cal licensing. Okay. Not Microsoft block, sir. One second. Not this one. Uh, 1 second, sir. Just hold on. There is one block, sir. Okay, this is also fine, but that block is very good. Where I saved it. Not this block, sir. Oh my God! Come on, yeah. Hmm. Wait. Somewhere I make it as a bookmark. No problem. Let me share it separately, sir. I will share that block separately, sir. Once our session is done. There is a block, sir. One block where they explained very clearly. I hope this one, not this one. Core base plus cal. No, sir. Somehow I'm not able to find that block. Okay. Sometimes this is the one thing. Okay, no problem, sir. Okay. So what is cal base, sir? What is cal base means? Server plus cal base license, sir. There I told you, right, two types of license. One is core based license. One is server plus cal based license. One is server plus cal. Server plus cal is nothing but client access license. Okay, so cal stands for client access license, sir. Sir, server, server plus cal means how Microsoft is going to charge this amount means. Okay, so whenever you go for server plus cal, okay, please make a note, sir, here clearly. So for server, you are going to you are going to pay, okay, $899, $890 plus cal, sir. What is a cal means? See, when you go for standard cal means $209 you need to pay only for one client. One client, sir. Only for one client you need to pay $209. $209 into $209. When you start when you start increasing the client, sir, here there is no limitation, sir. Too many clients can access our SQL server. Too many clients can access our SQL server. But when you go for server plus cal, so only for one client, Microsoft is going to charge $209. If you are keep on increasing the clients, so I want 10 clients. I want 10 clients, sir. I want 10 clients. Then what is the Microsoft is going to charge, sir, here? 899 plus how much, sir? 2090. 2090 around means around, okay, around $3,000 Microsoft is going to charge. But again, here only one client, sir, only one user can access. Make a getting, sir. Only one client can access the SQL server. Too many clients, no, sir. Again, then you may ask one question, sir. How Microsoft is going to track all this? I can purchase the license from Microsoft, but I can use this wrongly. I can use this wrongly, right? Yes or no? Yes or no, sir? Yes. So that is the reason Microsoft is going to provide a volume licensing hosting, sir. Microsoft is providing volume licensing hosting. That is nothing but a 16-digit ID will provide, sir. 1234, sir. 12, okay. 1234 space, okay. Space, okay. Space. This is how one license will be provided for your account, where Microsoft is going to track this by this ID. By this volume licensing ID, Microsoft is going to track. Also, Microsoft gives some vendor to someone, sir, like a Deloitte or someone, sir. So they will come and audit whenever they want, sir. They do they riding, right? You know about the riding, right? Okay, so they will ride your company whenever they want, sir. Deloitte or some other company, whatever Microsoft is going to tie up, right? They will come and they will start analyzing your licensing, everything, sir. So this is what complete about licensing. Any questions, sir? I hope you understand now.
Uh, yeah, so far so good.
Everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
That's what I mentioned here, sir. Okay, the core-based licensing options allows for unlimited users or devices to access the SQL Server both internally and externally. Okay, the majority benefits of this option is there is no uh, requirements, sir. So whatever unlimited devices, unlimited users can access the SQL Server. But when you go for server plus cloud licensing, when you go for this licensing, okay, SQL Server standard under the SQL Server plus cal option, customer must assign a license to the physical server hosting any operating system, OSC operating system running the SQL Server, and acquire a SQL Server cal for each user or device that access the server. Very, very sensitive, sir. Mostly you never see server plus cal licensing, sir. Mostly you will see core based licensing only. Make a sense?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is about brief about history about SQL Server versions, history about SQL Server, where Microsoft has been started journey, and what is the client, what is the server architecture, a little bit, okay, and licensing part, and additions we are going to discuss, sir, in the coming sessions. Now, uh, sir, as we are a SQL Server database administrator, we are going to maintain the data, right? So a little bit brief about the database, sir. Next session we are going to discuss a lot about this one. Okay, sir, we are going to maintain the data. We are going to maintain the data. That can be any data, sir. So that can be any data. We are maintaining the data. Data, what is data, sir? Firstly, in a simple word, data can be facts related to any object in consideration. Any object, sir, that is movable, that is not movable, sir. Movable objects, non-movable objects, any objects. It is a we are going to store somewhere, sir. So, for example, take manufacturing companies. Take manufacturing companies, sir. So they are preparing some cars, bikes, nuts, bolts. Okay, they will calculate that how many bolts they have manufactured, how many they are going to sell. Okay, in bolt also that you can see the sizes: 3-inch bolt, 2-inch bolt, 1-inch bolt. Okay, so all the information where they are going to store, sir. Sir, previously in like when you go for our schooling, whenever you go for our schooling, our our dad's schooling also, sir. So there is no concept called databases. They are maintaining in the one notepad. They will purchase a book and they will maintain the complete in that book, registry book, right? Even now also we are maintaining the registry book. Whenever you go and attend the interviews, once you enter into the ODC, they will make one notepad and they will take your entries. That is also one database, sir. Notebook is also database. Excel is also database. Test file is also database. Sir, storing data, but that is raw data, sir. But it is not arranged. When you go for our database management system, so our data is arranged in the format. See, database is a semantic collection of data. Database supports storage, manipulation of the data. You can manipulate the data, you can modify the data, you can delete the data, you can add the data, okay, it easily. You can retrieve the data is also easily. But when you go for Excel, when you go for Wordpad, when you go for Notepad, okay, it's very challenging. It's very challenging. 1 second, sir. So database is like a collection of data, sir, where you can access easily, where you can manipulate easily. Okay, when you compare with Excel, when you compare with flat files, when you compare with our notebooks, sir, it's a real raw data. It's not arranged in the proper format, but our database will be arranged in the proper format, sir, which we are going to discuss in the next session. So completely, a little more about information, sir. Now, so, sir, basically when you go for SQL Server, okay, so it contains two languages. One is SQL language is a common, sir. SQL language is a common for all the database management systems. All the database management system means when you go for Oracle, when you go for MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, DB2, Amazon Aurora, whatever database management systems, sir, SQL is the common. SQL is the common. SQL stands for Structure Query Language. Okay, so our SQL Server will also contains the SQL language along with T-SQL language. Nothing but transaction SQL language means programmatic, sir, means you can write the programs like stored procedures, functions, triggers, cursors, and blah blah, sir. So you can write the programmatic language, sir. In Microsoft SQL Server, you will call it as a T-SQL, and SQL is common, sir, again for all the database management systems. But when you go for Oracle, you will call it as a PLSQL, programmatic language, sir. Okay, so in SQL Server, you will call it as a T-SQL. In Oracle, you will call it as a PLSQL, sir. Almost both are same only the syntax it will be changed, sir. But almost if you know the SQL Server programmatic language, you almost strong at the Oracle programmatic language as well, sir. Only the declaration part will be a slight difference when you compare with SQL and Oracle. And SQL will support Windows, Linux, Mac, and others. What do you mean by others, Subbu? Containers, sir. Docker containers, Kubernetes containers. So SQL is compatible Windows flavors, Linux flavors, Mac flavors, along with container flavors as well, like Dockers and Kubernetes as well. Okay, it's contain T-SQL, PLSQL, MySQL, and so on, sir. Even MySQL also similar only. Sir, all the database management system mostly similar, sir. It will follow, but slight difference in the frameworks, the designing, sir, like syntax, slight difference, but almost all are will be similar. Yep, clear, sir.
Yes.
Sorry. Sir, a brief about SQL stands for Structure Query Language, sir, is used to perform the operation on the records stored in the database. Like, so whatever the data you are storing in the database, right, sir? So that data you can manipulate, you can delete, you can create, you can modify, whatever you can place, sir. It's like a language. It's like a language which you can perform lot many operations. You can perform lot many operations. What operations are? Updating, deleting, creating, modifying, weaving, whatever you can do, you can play with this language. You can play with this language. In for your understanding, SQL is just query language, sir. So whatever the uh, we are performing, okay, that technically you need to call it as a query. SQL is a query language. It's not a database. SQL is not a database, sir. SQL is a query language. To perform to perform SQL queries, you need to install any database. For example, Oracle, MySQL, MongoDB, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, DB2, sir. You need to install any one of this database to perform query language. To perform query language, then definitely you will get one more doubt. Subbu, what is first of all query? What is query? Sir, a query is a set of instruction given to the database management system. Okay, it tells any database what information you would like to get from the database, or you wanted to enter into the database. See, it is a set of instructions, sir. We are providing to the database management system. We are providing to the database management system that should perform the some action. Either you are, sir, for example, you wanted to create one bank account. You will go to the bank and you will provide your name, full name, your full name, your mobile number, and your email address, your photo, and your address proof. And your bank people will enter your records, right? So they are inserting the data. And after, once your account is created, you wanted to credit the amount, you want to debit the amount, and you wanted to update your current address, you wanted to update your mobile number, you can update. And you wanted to completely remove your account, so you can delete the your account, sir. So basically we are performing three operations throughout the global. What is that, sir? Create, insert, update, delete. First, you are going to place your order in the Amazon. You are going to update the order in the Amazon by mistakenly if you do something. Okay, you are going to track the order. That is nothing but seeing the data, and you are going to cancel the order, delete the order, sir. So basically, we are going to do these activities only. In SQL, also we'll do the same activity by the developers. By the developers, they are also going to do the same activity, sir. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yep, everyone.
Sir.
Yep. So next, sir, someone may call it as a transaction, someone may call it as a queries as well, sir. Okay, someone may call it as a transaction, someone may call it as a queries as well. So transactions are basically two types. No need to focus more on now, sir. We are going to discuss all in the coming sessions very deeper and deeper. No worries. Okay. When you go to the transactions, there are two types of transactions are available: implicit transaction, explicit transactions, sir. All SQL queries are implicit transactions. Means all SQL queries are implicit transaction, means no need to perform commits, or by default that will be commit only. But what is explicit transaction means? Okay, so I'm going to take one session for the development as well. Then you will get more idea about what is SQL language, what are the commands, what developer will do, what DB will do. Then you can compare, sir. There is one separate session for the SQL developer. We are going to take that session, sir. No worries. Okay, so explicit transaction means whenever you are writing a query, like select query itself, select, okay, a star from employee. But this, when you are performing this query, sorry, not this query, insert into employee table, okay, values, and you are trying to insert some data, sir. Whenever you are running simply this query, this is implicit transaction, means automatically this data will be committed and it will move to the database. But When you keep this insert statement in the begin tran and end tran, that is explicitly transaction, sir, because you need to explicitly provide commit button. Explicitly, you need to provide the commit button. That is what implicit transaction, explicit transaction. Implicit transactions are nothing but automatic commits, sir. Explicitly transactions are nothing but you need to manually pass the commit button, or you need to type the commit. Make sense? Again, first time who are listening, no worries, sir. Still, we have a lot of sessions. First 10 sessions are dependency sessions, sir. Again, I'm telling, whole next week are completely dependency. You will definitely will get confused, but all your confusions will be clear by next weekend actually, because all the sessions are interconnection link. So we are discussing core SQL, sir, again. Okay, how SQL is acting, how SQL is performing, how to install the SQL Server. All these are core components. You must and should know about this core part, sir, before we go into the concept wise. First 10 days are theoretical, sir. Next week we'll start with the practical, theoretical. Make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Sir,
Yeah. Now, sir. Sir, this is how our data centers look like, sir, in real world. Okay. So when you go in every ODC, there will be mini data centers, sir. There will be mini data center. Okay. But actual data centers looks like, sir. So 10 years ago, 15 years ago, this is how our data centers look like. Very ugly, sir. If something goes wrong, you should go and do the some plug in plug out. Okay, assume for example one rat enter into the data center, then gone only, right? Yes or no? Will you agree or not agree? When you see the bottom data centers, okay, but when you see the top images data centers, now we are maintaining data centers like this, sir. This technically you need to call it as a rack. Sir, every box you should call it as a rack. Every rack will maintain common power supply, common network, common switches. Sir, every rack will contain the servers. Okay, each server, every rack will maintain common power supply, common network, and common switches. And you notice, sir, AC is in the bottom of the data center, sir. Here, usually you will see ACs in the top level, right. But when you go to the data center, ACs you will see in the bottom, because your servers are keep on running for the years it is running, sir. So always it should maintain uh, very cool, sir. Otherwise your servers will go into the hung state. Your servers will go into the hung state. Okay, if you're okay, let me show you one video, sir. Okay, hold on. Don't get bored. This video again I can show you in the uh, Azure as well. Let me know once you are able to listen, sir. Are you able to hear, sir? Online people, are you able to hear? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
The overarching goal of Project Data is to evaluate the feasibility of underwater data centers. Phase one was just to be able to figure out, can we get computers into a container and deploy them in the water without leaking, and do the computers survive, and how well do they last? Phase two was to show that we can make it in a full production scale component. So the container behind me, it fits on a trailer, it fits on a cargo ship, and it allows us to actually build up this data center to any size we want. Berkeley is a great place for this partnership because they've got renewable energy for 100% and more of their grid power. Computers are not designed to work in the environment that we humans operate. So things like oxygen, moisture in the air, that is really bad for computers.
Yeah, that's a very good point, sir. Actually, oxygen is good for human beings, not for computers. Okay, so that's the reason Microsoft started the journey to keep the data center under the water, where you cannot find the oxygen, very lesser oxygen level, where it is good for the servers. Okay, that is good for the servers.
Yes, it causes corrosion of components, temperature fluctuations. So in summer or winter can cause those components to fail. So we have this theory that we're in a really stable environment. We're in the cylinder. We've taken all the oxygen out. We've controlled the humidity. No one is walking around. There's nobody bumping things or causing any additional failures. So we see better reliability. And so far, in monitoring this and the data center that we have on land that are using the same components, we see 1/8 the failure rate in the ocean data center than we do on land. We've got some good data on reliability. We've proven this whole deployment process. Now let's finish the story and let's show that we can do the retrieval and we can do the recycling once it does reach end of life, and make sure that entire cycle is possible. This project gives us the ability to feel like we're working not just on computers, not just on data centers, but on sort of moving forward environmental responsibility as a company and as individuals. I mean, everybody uses the cloud. Everybody needs data centers. This need isn't going to go away. We're going to continue to build large data centers and use more electricity because the demand is there. The demand keeps growing. Do it. It's better for the environment, and it's just better for us as a people.
Yep, clear. So when you compare with the data center which is over land, when you see the data center which is underwater, 1/8% of the failure has been reduced wherever you keep the data center under the water, when you compare with the land, because land contains a lot of oxygen that is not good for data centers, not good for servers. But the servers which are hosted on the water, under the water, you will see very less failures when you compare with the server which is hosted on the land. Yes, clear everyone? Online people, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
this is good.
Okay. So, sir, our data centers will be throughout the global, sir, wherever our client will be. Our client will be US client, UK client. Okay. So Australia, Singapore, Netherlands, wherever our client will be, sir, we are connecting through the network. Entire global will be connected with the network, sir. Whenever you go and see in the oceans, there will be a lot of tunnels will be available, means entire global is connected with the network. And when we are discussing in Azure also, I am going to show you how to create the tunnels, network tunnels, sir. We'll see in the Azure sessions. Okay, no worries as of now. So you can connect, and you can, sorry, you can connect and you can access wherever you have, if you have the internet, sir. Servers are hosted in US or UK or anywhere, sir. So you can access those servers and you can start implementing your work with the network, sir. Make a sense, online people, everyone? So you can access and you can process whatever you want, sir, through network. And one small suggestion, sir. So we are a database administrator. We will closely work with the Windows team, network team, storage team. Make some healthy relationship with the network team, storage team, and Windows team, sir. Okay, because our SQL is hosted on the Windows server, our SQL is hosted on the Linux server, our SQL is hosted on the SanDisk, our SQL is hosted on the network, right? So definitely you should get more interaction with the network team or storage team or Windows team on regular basis. If something goes wrong with the SQL server, right, like make a relationship with them. Okay, so vice versa, network team need to make relationship with SQL need to make relationship with the network team, storage team, and the Windows team. That just size and sir. Okay, so and finally, if something happened, sir, if something goes wrong with the SQL Server who are already working, they will start thinking like a Terminator. Okay, where I need to start? Like I need to start with the memory, with the network, with the index, with the new code, with the application, with the TempDB, with the stats, with the configuration, CPU, IO, blocking, deadlocks. Sir, where I need to start? What is actual issue? Where I need to start to help requester? Sir, end users are the most important person. Means application team is the first priority for us, sir. If something goes wrong also, you need to respond to your application team. You need to fix the issue, sir, because their application will be down if something happened to SQL Server. If something happened to SQL Server, entire application will down. Entire application will down. Recently, a couple of months ago, you noticed Google is down for five minutes, and YouTube is also down. Netflix also down. Anyone notices that? You got notification as well. Anyone?
I guess that was due to some issue with the optical fibers. I mean,
Yes,
Alaska or something.
correct. So there is down. Entire Google is down, sir, for 5 minutes. Okay. So Netflix, YouTube is also down. So definitely, sir, something goes wrong as a sequel. Also, something goes wrong. How you will start analyzing, how to bring your SQL to online. That is what very important, sir. On your mind, you are getting lot of thoughts where what I need to check: memory, CPU, IO, blocking, deadlocks, TempDB, configuration, blah blah, something you are getting. But where to start? That is what we are going to discuss completely in the advanced level performance tuning. Make a sense? Yes, sir.
Yeah, Subbu.
Sorry. And also same, sir, and also you will get SQL Server performance tunings, building blocks. You will get lot of blocks, sir, like common performance issue like slow running queries, fragmentation issue, wait stats, tempdb improper settings, poor execution plan choice, SQL Server wrong configuration, improper index designing, blocking, deadlocks. You will see lot of blocks as well, roadblocks, lot of roadblocks, sir. So again you need to start thinking, okay, uh, how to fix the indexes, how to see the fill factor, whether we have set the fill factor or not, what is the fragmentation, what is the weights, how to fix the weights, what is the hardware chosen for this operating system, what is the pay splits, tempdb configuration. Lots are, again, lot much of things are available. Okay, where we need to consider, where we need to see, where you need to start investigate one by one, and you need to fix the issue. So these two slides will representing advanced level tuning. Who already experienced, they can notice, okay, these are option where we also looking currently. But how you are looking, what approach you are following, okay, what are the best practices, what is the hierarchy you should follow, we should follow, sorry, not you should, we should follow to make troubleshoot easier, that we are going to discuss in the advanced levels. Make sense? Yep. Yeah. That's it for today's session, sir. Any questions? Any doubts?
No, Subbu, we are good. Thank you for this.
Yep. Okay. If no questions, let me stop the recording.